Ooh! Did he tag it? Is it gone? Yeah! Grand Salami for Brian Reynolds. Man, this card is just doing work for me.
Just an unbelievable turnover.
Oh, watch out for the seagull. Hey everyone, Johnny Duke, the Old Guy Gamer, or J-Dog if you prefer, here, returning out from hibernation because as the days are getting longer and the birds are returning, it can only mean one thing: the return of MLB The Show. And if I could borrow a phrase from another famous John, I would say that the champ is here. I've played all the sports card collecting games, all the Dynasty modes, and this one is by far the best one. So, will they continue that trend this year? Let's take a look. So, all your favorite Diamond Dynasty modes are back. For those of you that are offline grinders like me, we're going to stay mostly in the single player mode. You've got your mini seasons, which have been revamped. You've got kind of like challenges like they do with the online seasons to add a little bit of life. I mean, they did get really repetitive, so you've got to meet these requirements. So I think it's a good quality of life improvement for this game mode. I haven't actually played any of the games yet, but as you can see here, you have to build a lineup with lefty hitters and a lefty pitcher and lefty pitchers, or bronze and less players. But your reward is you get Mark Mulder and a whole bunch of other rewards as you go through show packs, stubs, XP. So, the reward looks good. I haven't played it. Last year the games were a little bit tougher, but we'll see. But, this is, I think, a step in the right direction as it's got a little bit more creativity. We've also got my favorite mode, which would be Conquest, which I have started. I've done the early ones already. I've been working on the World Baseball Classic one, but as you can see, you've got your Team Affinity, which will help you unlock some cards, and then, as always, you've got the Nation of Baseball. It's pretty standard stuff. You're going to try to take out your enemy strongholds while reinforcing your fans. Nothing new here. But that's okay. This is still my favorite game mode, so I will continue to push through these, and there's lots of stuff to unlock, which is what's really great about it: packs and cards, and this will keep you busy for a little while. Showdown is also back. This is a mode that I don't generally play a lot of, but if you're into it, it's here. I have done the starter one. It's pretty much the same as last year. You've got your boss battles and whatnot, and if you lose, you lose. So that's kind of my problem with it. Sometimes you can put a lot of time into it and get nothing out of it, really. So, but it's here. I might do some of these to help do these Team Affinity grinds, but those are kind of on the bottom of my list. And they also have your normal, play versus computer, where you can. This helps you get some grinding done if you really need some stuff. That's what this mode is good for me. Much like last year, you're going to earn everything through doing the reward path. This is the Season 1 reward path. As you can see, I just have gotten myself to the captains. I did pick up this Ryan Presley. But everything you do is going to earn you XP, which is going to help you unlock all these packs and cards and everything else. This is pretty standard stuff. This year, it really is just the XP that gets you there. You don't have missions so far. But those kind of fall under the other programs. The starter one is an easy one to knock out to help you get this Verlander. And Sammy Sosa, who's new this year. Very exciting to have Sammy Sosa on there. And this Jazz Chisholm rookie card has actually been really good for me. So you might be using it early game. There's also the World Baseball Classic program, which I am trying to get through as much as I can. Much like Season 1, you've got a lot of rewards at the end, a lot of players that you can pick up, like a Shohei Ohtani 97 overall. So it's worth it to get these done if you want. There's also this cool Team Affinity program, which is kind of a return of something they used to do. But you'll basically unlock these captains, which is a new aspect we'll talk about in a minute. But that's how you can earn those for your team. All right, so as I'm an offline grinder, most of these cards here, I have been able to earn quite a few of them so far. Some of them I did get from the pre-order bonuses, like the Yoshida and the Brian Reynolds I opened out of those packs. But a lot of this other stuff I've just, the Jeter, everyone got the Jeter that pre-order too. But everything else you've been able to earn pretty quick. I've got Ortiz just sitting here on my bench for right now. But it's been a pretty good process. You do the Negro League challenges and you'll unlock 90 overall cards. They've got the World Baseball Classic cards, so it's pretty quick to pick them up this year. Captains are interesting. You get these very special cards that are going to boost your team, but you need requirements. In this case, as you can see, I need 2 Veteran Series pitchers to get that bonus, which I don't have yet. My offensive captain is also David Ortiz, but he's on the bench because I'm working on a grind for Nelson Cruz. So you won't have much trouble, I think, building a good lineup in this year's version. They've also given access to 99 overall cards if you're able to get them. I mean, through the grind, you'll be able to do it. And it's caused kind of an uproar because people are afraid that it's going to ruin the playability of the game. I disagree. I think it actually helps because they have these things now called core set and set 1 if you look up in the upper right corner. And each season is going to have a different set. And so I think this is going to encourage people to use different cards because you're going to need to use set 2 to do certain challenges in the next season. So I actually think this is a step in the right direction. And why not give us access to cards that are 99 overall off the bat? Let us play with the players that we want to play with and just have fun playing the game. Alright, so gameplay-wise, it's what you'd expect. It plays just like MLB The Show. Graphically, it looks about the same as last year. There may be a few improvements, but nothing that's really mind-blowing. I will say that the audio quality, though, has been really stepped up, and you can really hear when you get a hold of a ball where you hit it with a good part of the bat. Like, I've enjoyed hearing the crack of the bat, like off of this Derek Jeter triple here. So that's kind of a nice touch. When you're wearing the headphones, you know, you can really hear people, you know, saying stuff to their team or batter. So that's pretty cool. I like that aspect. Another thing that I will really say that's great is this bat PCI. This is my favorite thing so far about the year. It really helps me kind of zone in on the ball. I like this simplistic view rather than the circles or diamonds or what I've used in the past. So I'm really happy with this one. This is allowing me, I think, to be a slightly better hitter. All right, some of the negatives I have. Customization on the jerseys. Now, they're really good at customization for the logos, and I'm fine with that, but the jerseys are just so boring, which I know is probably mostly a baseball thing, but it's like you get this standard jersey or a back color jersey or a side color jersey or a retro shoulders jersey, and that's pretty much it. Like, yeah, you can do some stuff with the piping and striping, but I would like to see like some gradient options or some really, you know, fun patterns, or, you know, start to liven this up. I mean, this is you know, our create a team mode where we can just have fun. Like, don't force me into such boring looks. Like let us go wild with it. Flames, I don't know. Come on, you can do better than this. Another thing is the revamped fielding, which, although I feel is appropriate, because like if your player's moving away from the bag, the kind of like cursor where you want to hit moves with it too, or if it's a tough play, it's really hard to hit the cursor, which is fine. I think that's great, but I'm having a tough time dealing with it as I'm so used to the timing of the old game. So that's not necessarily a negative in the game itself, but a negative in just how custom I've come to how we used to be able to do it. All right, so here's my thoughts. Nothing here is really like game breaking and new, but it's the same old standard that you've come to love. You know, I mean, obviously there's some updates and some new players and some new ways of playing, which is great. And I'm not saying this is a negative thing. I think it's absolutely wonderful that this game so far feels pretty good. I'm going to keep playing through the weekend and probably post another video to see if I still feel this good about it. I also put up part of the Negro League in a different video, and I highly recommend you check it out. That whole mode is amazing and gives this game like an extra check. You can learn so much just from you know, playing a few moments. So if you've checked out the game, let me know what you think. Let me know how you're feeling about, you know, the polls. I'd love to hear from you. So until the next time, may the odds be forever in your favor, my friends.
One down on a 3-pitch strikeout. Gordon, the next to hit. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Singy, the audacity Satchel had in this game. Just daring the batters to put one in play. It's the showmanship that made him famous and the sheer skill that made him great. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Some high cheese for strike 3. And now Parker swings through that one. 0-1.
This wasn't even the only time he did it. Satchel had some barnstorming games where they'd bring in one more fielder every inning until it was just him and the catcher out there.
PlayStation